Hello, welcome to day 10 of a video a day until Christmas. It's already day 10. It's crazy and insane. And it is insane that the time flies by so fast. It's also insane that God is so powerful and that God truly acts in our lives. And today's video is going to be about that. It is going to be about God showing up in our lives, and sometimes it feels like He's not showing up. It feels like sometimes He's slow or He's behind, or maybe we are moving too fast. How do we do this, God? We've been asking and praying and God is not showing up. But we are going to talk about it today on how God shows up. He may not show up when we expect it, but He shows up in His time, and His time is perfect. So welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Madeleine. I am a faith-based content creator here on YouTube, but I'm also on Instagram and on TikTok. I feel like I have a business, but it's God's business. If you don't know me, I make videos usually here on Sundays. They're biblical talks, but since it is the Advent season and we are walking up to the Christmas, I've been doing videos on a daily basis every single day. So my videos can go from where does Christmas come from and to how to be encouraged for the Christmas season. So I would truly invite you to go a few videos behind, binge watch those videos because it will truly bless you, I hope. So a little bit of context for where today's videos come from. I often have these times with God where I am frustrated, if I'm being honest. And I know as Christians, we all have these seasons. You can't tell me you're a Christian and you walk with God and you've never had a time of frustration and everything has always been smooth for you. Everything has always been perfect. When you pray, God answers right away. When you call God, He's like, yes, daughter, yes, my son, right away. We always have these times where we are in a waiting period and it feels like God is not hearing, God is not answering, what is going on. So when we have those times, it's very important to remember mentally. I know it's easier to say than to do, but we have to remember that we have to do a work of the mind. We have to tell our mind that what you're feeling right now, you feel abandoned, you feel left out by your God, you feel like your God is not listening. You have to tell your mind that what you're telling me right now is not true, because my God is always there. He is always acting. I may not feel it, but I know sometimes it's not about feelings, and we have to tell our flesh that, because our flesh will always be looking for feelings. Our flesh will always be looking for things that feel good, for things that are instant. We're always going to be looking for that dopamine. That's why we're always scrolling on social media, because the dopamine release is so instant. That's what the body likes. That's what the brain likes. Keeps it awake. But with God, it may not always feel like that. God is not a God of dopamine. God is a God of knowledge. You know something. It is true. It is tangible. It is real. It is deep. So as I was wrestling with God, I was crying and I was like, God, I've been praying for this for so long. I've been asking for this for so long. And I was like, what is going on? When is this going to end? When is this ever going to end? Me having to wait all the time and all of this, all of that. First of all, that is very audacious from my end to say that to God. That's why I love that God has so much grace, because sometimes we forget who we're talking to. We forget that we're talking to the God of gods, to the Father of all, to the Creator of the universe, to the Almighty God. And sometimes your frustrations kind of takes over, but God understands. He is graceful. He understands, and I'm so thankful to God understanding, because sometimes I'm like, damn, why did I talk to Him like that? But anyways, as I was wrestling with God and I was crying out and I was asking Him why and when, He told me He is going to show up. And I'm not even telling you that it was an audible voice or I heard Him out loud or He whispered to me, but as I was wrestling, I just started remembering His word. I just started remembering the Bible verses where He showed up for His people, for His children, and I am His child. So obviously, because He's a God that never changes, He's going to show up for me as well. And whenever I do these videos, especially a daily video up to Christmas, I always like to bring you to how does this relate to Christmas. As we are in the Christmas season, you can tend to be very busy and you may have a list of things to do. I know that is my case right now. There's a lot of things to do for church, for my own ministry, for my household, for my work. And it looks like the list piles up and the list goes on. And I did make a video about us not being distracted. I can put it up here, because we so much get distracted, especially around the Christmas season, with your list going on and you being exhausted and feeling tired and praying to God for making a way in some situations that are not easy, as you want to end your year with a clear vision of stuff. Maybe 2025 was not for you and you pray that this Christmas season is a reset. You want to start 2026 fresh. You want to do things with God. And speaking of 2026, 2026. I also have a video that I will put up here that talks about 10 ways to draw closer to God in 2026, and I did that video with a special guest, so I will let you to go take a look and take a few things there for how you can draw closer to God in 2026. But with you feeling like God is not answering or he's not showing up for you, and your days keep being busy, overwhelming, and all of that, you may also get into this wrestling time with God like I did. You're feeling frustrated and feeling like, well, this is supposed to be a joyful time. And again, I talked about joy in my previous video yesterday. I will put it up here as well for you to go look at where joy actually comes from. You may feel like, well, God, I don't feel like this happiness. All I feel is like burnt out. I don't know what this is. I want to wait out. I want the Christmas season to be over and all of that. And God tells you he will show up. He may not show up the second you want. He may not show up at that specific time when you're asking him, but he will show up. And when God shows up, it happens quick. And the scripture we are going to read to understand this more is from Isaiah 43, verse 18 to 19. I'm going to be reading from the NIV version. Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing, now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. The first thing that God tells us is to forget about the past. Forget about the times you've been burnt out. Forget about the times you've prayed and you felt like God did not answer. Forget about the times where you felt frustrated because you felt like you were praying in the air, in the emptiness, and nothing or no one was answering. Forget about the past that you felt like you had lists of prayers and none of them was answered. Forget about the past Christmas seasons where you always felt like tired around that time and you feel like it's going to be the same around this time as well. God is telling you he will show up. And we talked about knowledge earlier in this video, how it's not about feelings. You may not feel like, oh, you're sitting on a chair and God is physically lifting you up and making you slim and all of that, but it's about knowing. You are going to know that in verse 19, God says, do you not perceive it? God is asking you, do you not see that I will show up? Do you not see that because I'm asking you to forget about the past is because I'm making something new? I am doing something new. I will show up. I am your God. I have promised you. I have given you the Bible with 66 books that show you time and time again how I've showed up for my children back then. And do you not perceive that I will do a new thing with you and show up for you as well? Do you not perceive it? Forget about all the time that you felt like I didn't, but know that I am showing up. God says he will make a way in the wilderness. Can you imagine how wild it would be to make a way in the wilderness? The Bible uses powerful words, and I feel like a lot of times we skip them and we just take them as a regular thing. We're just like, oh, well, bye. No, God is telling you he will make a way. He is telling you that he will show up. So I pray that I will hold on to this promise and I will take it personal. Your God will show up. Your God showed up for Moses, showed up in a burning bush. God showed up for Abraham when he was about to sacrifice his son and he told him, stop doing it. I was just checking and testing you. God showed up for Jesus in the wilderness when he was being tempted by Satan. God showed up for the woman that was bleeding for 12 years and he healed her. God showed up for Lazarus even when he was dead. He brought him back to life. God showed up for all his prophets. God showed up for David when he was running away and he had to act a fool to not be killed. God showed up for him and he made him a king. Hello? God showed up for Esther when her people were about to be killed. She fasted for 3 days and prayed and God acted on her favor. God showed up for Naomi when she thought that after losing her sons, her life was dead, but he gave her Ruth. God showed up for his people in the past and you think he's not going to show up for you? We are sinful, so sometimes we feel like we don't even deserve God showing up for us, but God doesn't act based on who we are. He acts based on who he is. And because he does not change, he will show up. So I know you will feel overwhelmed around the Christmas time. You will feel frustrated. You will feel like you're just doing things in vain. And I'm talking to myself right now so much. You have no idea. I am talking to myself right now so much. It's crazy. God will show up for me. God will show up for you. We have to believe. We have to hold on to Isaiah 43 verse 18 and 19. Forget the past. Forget all of that. And hold on to the new things that God is going to do. And when is he going to do that? Every single day. The Bible tells us that every single day that I wake up, his compassions renew every single morning. To this morning, his compassions renewed. Tomorrow, they will renew. The day after, they will renew. Why? Because he shows up every single day. As long as God gives you breath and he wakes you up, that's him showing up. That's God showing up. So I pray that we keep winning this battle of the mind when the devil would tell you that no, you're alone, you're not done dance, you're not good enough, you're not ready, you're not doing enough. He is going to try to lie to you like he did in the Garden of Eden, but know that God is with you. So I'm going to give you another verse to reinforce this encouragement that I'm giving for you and I. Isaiah 41 verse 10, and we all know, I'm sure it says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." I pray that right now, as you're reading this verse, as you're understanding it, as you're hearing it, you can know that God is holding your hand. God is with you. Do not be dismayed. Do not be discouraged. God is with you. Okay, showing up. God shows up. God is saying he shows up. So let's show up as well. Don't let God show up by his own and you are showing up somewhere else where he is not. So I hope that this was encouragement for you. It definitely was for me. I needed this more than I thought. It's crazy. But thank you so much for watching. And I hope to see you again tomorrow for another daily video. God bless you, and I will see you soon. Bye.